Alright guys, Fitness on Demand checking back in. And as you can see, we have Jasmine back for another workout. Now you saw her on my YouTube, you saw her on my Instagram. Now you get to see her again, but this time is different because we made the decision that I'm getting a personal trainer. So she's gonna go on a fit loss journey with me. Now Jasmine's also a personal trainer herself.
I am, yo, but I haven't been getting it in though.
So you know here at Fitness on Demand, we're gonna get it in. 2, 1, go. Now we did talk about some cueing during our break. Good. Pull down. Good. Good. Notice how she squeezes her back. Good. Good. There you go. So you kind of pull with the arms first. Make sure you're not using your hands or your biceps to pull. You're squeezing that back together and then finish it off. And powering through with the legs. So be explosive with your leg movement. There you go. Good. Up. Good. Good. Well done. That's it. Good job, Jazz. Welcome back to our next round. Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Good. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that Jasmine has on some knee wraps. And those knee wraps, as sophisticated as they are, they're protective of her knees, and what she did experience on the last set was a little bit of knee pain. And so what we keep her to do was to press through the heel. That's going to alleviate some of the pressure off of the knee.
It worked great too, y'all.
Okay, and so she felt better. She was
able to I can't talk at this set
though. So she's already doing 2 things. So I guess talking will make it 3 things. But yeah, so
the adjustment was great.
Okay.
You didn't feel no pain. So just using the heels, it was perfect.
Okay. So there you go, guys. You have to make the necessary adjustments sometimes in order to get the benefit of the lift.
It was awesome. But don't talk and work out.
Jazz is going to do a sit-up, stand-up to a box jump. This is going to help her to activate the entire body and get her ready for the workout that's about to ensue. All right, Jasmine, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, guys, she's ready. All right, so she's going to roll back into the bench. 3, 2, 1, go. And then she's going to, good, boom. Up, good. Now, as she gets more comfortable with the movement, she's going to increase the pace. Good. Good. Now, even though this box is not high, notice that she's stepping back off of the box, which is just safer for your tendons and your knees. Good. All right, so we just finished the first round. She's going to take a 30-second break, and then we're going to do our second set. And then we're going to move on to the next exercise. All right, guys, we're going to do our box squat. Now, a couple of cues that we talked about during break. At all times, Jazz is going to be careful and make sure her knees stay behind her toes. She's going to press through her heels. And what that's going to do is that's going to run the resistance up her posterior chain so that we get a lot of hamstring and glute activation.
Okay.
All right, so 10 reps. Let's do it.
Okay.
Good. 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 Now she's gonna take the pause out of the bottom of the movement. Good. Up. Good. Up.
He working me, y'all. He working me.
Good. Good. So the control is gonna take place on the descent portion. Good. Good. And I hope she's keeping count.
That's 10. But you know, if you want to modify, you can take the weights down and just go like this. You still get the same feel.
Yeah, you see that, guys? Movement. And then again, to activate more hamstring, if she wants to, she's gonna push her hips into the bench as she's bringing her leg up for the leg curl. All right, 10 reps. Let's do it. 1, good. Get that squeeze and don't go. Yep, control on the descent. Remember, guys, the descent is just as important as the ascent. All right, both parts of the movements are super important. Good. Good. Squeeze at the top. And guys, notice that the cadence. Notice that she's not rushing to lower the weight. Good. Now I'm gonna ask her for a count in a minute, and I'm sure she's gonna make up some number.
Last one, guys. Last one.
Isn't that amazing? It's always the last one. All right, awesome job. One-legged, feet elevated deadlift. So this is perfect for targeting the glutes in particular. All right. So grab her dumbbell. Now, during the break, we had talked about her adjusting her foot placement because when I was modeling the movement for her, it didn't feel quite comfortable, but once she put herself in the right position, she felt just fine.
Felt great. That weight was heavy already. I had to set it down while he was explaining. Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Good. So she's going to concentrate on feeling it in the glute. She probably go maybe a little bit lower. Good. So you want to get that full stretch because remember, you're targeting the hamstrings as well. Good. So she's going to do 10 repetitions on each side. Good. All right.
Left side's always the hardest side.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely what you're gonna find is that one leg is stronger than the other.
You gotta get that technique right.
Yeah.
Let's see, here we go.
There you go. Good. 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 Notice how she's not rushing through the movement.
That's 10, y'all.
10.
Technique is everything.
Yeah, see, that time I was actually counting to make sure she didn't cheat us, guys. Moving on to the leg press. Again, one of the things I like about the leg press is, again, we try to take some of the pressure off the knees. Jasmine is an athlete, she plays tennis, and she does some other stuff, so she's very active. And remember, the more things that you do where you have high impact on the knees, you have an increased chance of injuries.
I'm older than I look, y'all. I'm older than I look.
Don't let that baby face fool you. All right.
Ready?
All right, yep. Notice the first thing she did as she's counting her own reps. Notice the first thing that she did was she adjusted her foot placement so that she's pressing through the heels of her foot. Good. Good. So remember, the further down that you do your leg press or get into the movement, the more legs and glutes you're going to activate. Good. That's perfect. Good. Good. She's pressing through the heels. And then all that resistance is just running throughout that posterior chain. Good job.
And that's 10. Second set. Here we go. Come on.
All right, now notice how she's being very explosive with her movement. Good.
One more. Don't forget knee and toe.
Okay,
placement,
whoa. And go. Okay, couple things. Notice how she's squeezing at the top of the movement. Good. Good. And again, you don't want to rush through. Good. Yeah, she should be just about done. What's your count, Jasmine?
One more.
It's always one more, guys.
He likes to ask me when he knows I'm at 10.
Good. Good. All right, now we're switching over. Now notice how she adjusted her foot placement, guys. Don't be afraid to make the necessary adjustments during the movement. Good.
That's 10.
All right, it's always 10.
All right.
Good job, guys. You're gonna do that leg press. Notice how she's sinking down into the movement, guys. Super important. Keeping those feet elevated and pressing through the heel. Good. Good job.
I think I even threw extra breath in there, y'all.
Okay, we like extra.
Then
All right, guys, for our next body part, we're gonna do back. So she's gonna do a pull down, overhand, underhand, and then she's gonna do a row, overhand, underhand. Now, it's super important when you're working back, you wanna work, do exercises that work kind of like the width, the outer lat, and then you wanna do motions like rowing to work that inner back for that definition.
all
All right? So she's gonna grab the bar. Now, she's gonna sit down, scoot down a little bit. Good, right there. Notice that she leaned back slightly, and now she's gonna pull straight down with her arms, 10 reps. Again, guys, we're using that same rule as before. We're gonna contract the back muscle. So contract the back and then pull with the arms, good. She can probably keep her arms in a little bit tighter to the body. Good, just at the elbows actually. Good, now pull, good. Okay, at all times, remember you want to keep that core nice and tight. Good. 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 So So we're gonna keep those elbows. We're not gonna let the elbows flare. So we're gonna keep them. Yeah, there you go. Pull straight down and back. So what I don't want to do is letting the elbows flare.
Well, that was 10, y'all. So.
Good. Yeah, more or less. All right. Now she's gonna go into underhand grip. All right. And as you can see, her hands are getting tired. All right. So now she's gonna sit down.
I don't have my gloves today, y'all. That's all.
All right. So same rule. She's gonna activate the back first and then pull with the arms. Good. Now, what I like about underhand grip or a supinated grip is that she's getting a little bit of bicep activation as well. Good. But now remember, the bicep is not the primary mover. That's why she's gonna focus on squeezing the back first and then pulling with the arm second. So if you notice, she's squeezing that back. And again, at all times, you're keeping that core nice and tight. Good. Good. And notice the cadence, guys. She's not rushing through the exercise. Time under tension, super important. Good. All right. All right, now she's gonna sit back down. And now because of this experience, she's gonna remember to bring those workout gloves. All right. So, okay.
Seated row.
All right, now she's gonna do a seated row. Now you can actually sit a little bit higher on the bench. So now she's gonna move herself up. Yep, she's gonna brace herself because she's gonna lean back slightly when she starts that pull. There you go. Good. Keep that chest up and tall. So good. Nice. Good. Okay, squeeze that back. Remember, the first thing I should see is the back squeezing, and then the arms follow. Good. Good. When we roll back around for the second round of this giant set, we're even going to make an adjustment to that. Your chest now. Remember, I told you that for ladies, sometimes some ladies don't really see the value in training chest. Although it's not, I wouldn't say urgent, I still think it's important because by training chest, number one, we concentrate on that upper chest, and number two, when you train chest, you can overload it on the weights, and that way you can also get some shoulder activation as well. All right, and there are deep line muscles in the chest that are important to develop. All right, so for Jasmine, she's working through a shoulder injury, and so we're gonna take it to the machine and do a vertical press. So she's gonna do a press with a pronated grip or overhand grip. The first thing you're gonna notice is that she's gonna slide forward in the seat so that she's pressing down at an angle. And what that does is that runs the resistance all the way from basically the bottom of the chest, almost all the way up to the top of the chest. So we're basically getting total chest activation. And then she's gonna go with a neutral grip. And again, that's gonna stimulate the outer part of the chest. Again, not as important for our ladies. However, there's still muscle there and we're still training the underlying muscle. Okay? All right, so 10 repetitions, 4 exercises. Overhand grip first. There you go, slide those steps into the forward. There you go, chest up, and again. Good, right there, good. Now on this one, you can actually flare the elbows up. Good. Because now by her flaring the elbows up, she's coming across that upper chest. Good. Right there. Good. Awesome. All right, keep that chest up. And the reason why I'm cueing her and keeping the chest up is because that takes the pressure off of the front delt. All right, good. Now she's going to go into the second movement, which is going to be the neutral grip. So she's going to grab the handles in neutral grip. She's going to keep the elbows kind of pointed down. And again, notice that she already put her chest up and begin. She's only going to come back about that far. Good. And this almost simulates like a dip. Good. Excellent. Good. This should be the last one. Good, I got you. All right. Good job. All right, we're gonna step over here and we're gonna do some vertical chest flies. All right, guys, we're gonna move into our chest flies. All right, and so notice that if you have a shoulder issue, notice that I brought the handles towards her so that she wouldn't have to reach back, because you don't want to hyperextend on the shoulder with a previous injury. All right, chest up. There you go. All right, and notice that our hand placement is relatively high, because remember, we're always trying to attack that upper chest. And because of Jasmine's height, we don't have to elevate the bench to raise it up. Her sitting in that natural position already pretty much puts her in the right position. All right, as she's looking forward, not looking down. She's gonna pick her head up.
That was a bonus prep, guys.
Good. All right, so we got